Okay, so then is the game safe to play? Is the makers make of can sit and enjoy the fun with lights on, off, be sure, be duck, left, right, 500. Can the tower keep up without getting taken out? Dude, what in the hell are you talking about, bro? Yeah. You are being put in a timeout and being hitted. Fucking weirdos. Like, maybe, maybe speak like a real human being and, have a real conversation with somebody instead of putting, like, bizarre, inane, and ridiculous words on a page that make absolutely no sense whatsoever. But, you know, maybe on other people's channels, not on mine. No weirdos need apply. I appreciate you watching, though, and interacting, but, you know, it's a little strange, man. Little, psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Run, 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 run. Run, run, run away from that guy, Vincent. Weirdo. What is it with all the weirdos today? I don't get it. Is it a full moon? Is Mercury in retrograde or something? I don't know exactly what that means other than it's bullshit, but what is happening today with all of my weird viewer messages and whatnot? Vincent, just so you know, like I said, you're blocked and hidden, so nobody's going to see your messages anymore, so you might as well, you know, go do some constructive with your life and your day, perhaps, instead of whatever it is that you think you're doing, because it's not awesome. Alright, so I don't know how great this, I mean, it's great, the plugin for OBS, and especially if you're just going to be using it on 2D flat screen mode, pancake video mode. But in VR, I'm feeling like it's really taxing my GPU at times. Like right now, like I was just losing frames. I was over 97% GPU. And usually, even with rain and in the dark with all the lighting effects and stuff, I'm, you know, 60% around there on the GPU. So I don't know what's going on. Well, I do probably know what's going on. It's probably the extra OBS window for the plugin, but you know, it's not bad. It's usually 90 frames per second, but I gotta sort of compare and contrast between just regular streaming with the one window, the main window, what I'm seeing, or that added top-down view window that I feel like, yeah, it's really affecting my frame rate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a scene that doesn't use it, but I don't want to reset everything when I create that scene, or maybe I'll just delete it now, because I know how to add it. It's really simple to add. And we'll check what frame rates are like when I do that. Yeah, let me do that, because, you know, at times I do get drops in my frames here and there, but they're pretty rare. They seem like they're a lot more now. So we're gonna take this guy and remove it. Yep. Okay. So we're still streaming, everything's still good. Alright, so GPU is now looking at 60%, yeah, right around where it usually is. And I'm getting solid 90 while streaming. Well, 89.8. As soon as I said that, it dropped down to 89.8, of course. But that's a lot better than 85.8 or 84 or 83. 89, anywhere in the 89 and 90s are, you know, super smooth. You won't notice a drop from 90 to 89.3 or 89.8 or anywhere in the 89s pretty much. You won't notice it at all. But when you're dropping at 85, that's definitely noticeable. On my headset at least, I don't know. I don't know how you people live, but in my life, 85 is no bueno. 90 is muy bueno. And a constant 90 is muy bueno. So, you know. Yeah, I mean, 56 now on my GPU. Like, it's really not being affected. That extra screen really does, that extra screen for the OBS Assetto Corsa plugin really does hit your CPU or GPU quite a bit. The CPU is not even bothered, but I am using NVIDIA's NVENC encoder, so in OBS. So I'm definitely using the video encoder chip on my 4080. But it's also dipping into my video RAM as well, I'm sure. So that's probably why I was getting such an inconsistent frame rates with the second screen up. But this is fine. If I can just use the one screen, and I could also use that for when I'm not streaming. I can record with it in single player, probably just fine. This is multiplayer on Shuto is probably a pain in the ass to run. Although this is probably the best area to have that top-down view, so I'm going to turn it back on. I'm at 60%. Add source, Assetto Corsa. Top down, and then we'll do this. Nope, not the track camera above. Alright, we'll drop that right there. Alright, back in business. Oh wait, maybe not. Yes, back in business. Alright, let's go. Alright, so CPU is at 68 now, so not too bad, 70. Still maintaining 90 frames a second. No excuse. Oof, that was tight. Oh boy. Okay, so frame rates are maintaining, but I have a sneaking suspicion the rain has something to do with it, or the lack thereof. So yeah, that guy Vincent Zeman or Zyman, he had a different username earlier, and he was leaving weirdo messages on my on a video I posted, and then he came in the room here in my stream, and he started leaving more bizarre posts, and yeah, just weird, super weird. And it's not the first time it's happened on my channel and on my streams. I've had weirdos come in here and just, you know, act and say weird and inappropriate things. And when I say inappropriate, I don't mean, you know, like, you know, non-PC things. I don't mean like just joking around stuff, but just like really strange sociopath type things that they would say, you know, and then just straight up lie about their lives and things that are easily verifiable. Like this one kid came in and he was like, I'm 18, which he isn't. He was telling us he was 18 and he was a pitcher for the Dodgers. And he has a girlfriend and he's taking a vacation, a short trip to California because that's where she lives. And I'm like, well, if you're a Dodger, don't you live in California? Because they are based in LA. And if you don't have a place in LA or nearby, you know, in the greater Los Angeles area, then you're probably fucking lying. And also, I don't know how many 18-year-old pitchers the Dodgers have on their staff. I'm pretty sure none. Zero. I mean, you didn't even have to verify this guy's bullshit. And then he would say he has no friends, but he's a professional pitcher with a girlfriend that lives in California, but he doesn't, but he's a Dodger, but he has no friends. And he was telling me all this crap, and I'm like, dude, one, I can smell bullshit a mile away. You're full of shit. And then two, I mean, don't bullshit a bullshitter, one, but, you know. And then, like, dude, why are you telling me all this? Like, why? I didn't ask. And, oh, yeah, and then he also said, should I just go and buy a bike right now? And I'm like, do whatever the hell you want. And he's like, no, I mean a dirt bike. I'm like, I don't care what you mean. You can do whatever the hell you want. And he's like, because I crashed my McLaren. I'm like, you don't have a McLaren. I'm like, you're full of shit, dude. And he's like, I didn't crash it. Somebody hit me and it's in service. I was like, yeah, whatever, dude. You know, you're a Dodger. You're a pitcher for the Dodgers. You have a girlfriend that lives in California, but you don't. You're 18 years old. You're super rich because you have... You know, you're a pitcher for the Dodgers, and you have a McLaren, and you just randomly buy dirt bikes out of whims. And, you know, this is all within, like, the span of, like, one conversation that over an Assetto Corsa stream. And I'm like, what in the world are you talking about, dude? Like, you're just spewing out, like, blatant lies that are, again, easily verifiable. At least one of your lies is. And once we verify that, which we don't have to because you're full of shit, Like what? Like why? Why would you even do that? Why are you spending your time lying about your life to people you don't know and people who don't care either? You know, like I don't know you, and also I'm not here playing Assetto Corsa on YouTube to be anybody's therapist or best friend. You know what I mean? If I make friends, that's nice, and I don't mind that, and I have made a couple of friends through this. But, you know, I've also had my fair share of fucking weirdos. So, I don't know. Anyway. You know what? Let me jump on my Discord in case any of my friends are online and they can see me. I just gotta find a good place to stop. Alright, so frame rates have been keeping up. They're a little higher now because the rain is starting. So I have a feeling the stutteriness will probably kick in again. Alright, AC runs. Let's go. Am I on the right mic and all that? Check 1 2. All right. We in. Anyway. Enough about the crazies. All right, 69%, 72%. Yeah, it's jumping around quite a bit. I mean, 80 now, 86, 84. I mean, I'm pretty much doing this 90% at hit. I mean, earlier in the map. Yeah, there we go. Now we're slowing down. Look at this, 88.5. And now I'm at 85, 87. Ooh, 83. I mean, that little section there can be a stuttery section anyway, even if the weather's good for some reason. But this section isn't, and I was getting stutters. And also a lot of the sections that, you know, earlier in the map are non-stutter sections, quite smooth, and they were stuttering like crazy. Just like I'm stuttering like crazy. No offense to anyone who stutters, by the way. It's just, you know, happens to everybody, honestly, at one point or another. It's just, you know, usually alcohol-induced for me. That's not even true. That's slurring for sure. I'll definitely slur if I'm hammered. I gotta be hammered though. I can't, like, just being drunk, I'll be fine. But anyway, I am doing an early stream today, just because I am testing things, testing that Assetto Corsa OBS plugin, which is really cool. I mean, I dig it. You can do a lot with it if you're a good video editor, that's for sure. But I am not one of those. But oh, geez Louise. Again, if it proves to be a little too much for the system, and it's also Shuto. Shuto just, you know, eats up all sorts of resources. Yet all the other tracks and maps and whatnot, especially the Kunos ones, I probably should have no problem using the plugin. And you could add as many windows as your computer can handle, I guess. It's just adding another source, each one, so I could have multiple views going on at the same time. I mean, not more than just two that you're seeing now. I can have a chase cam up right now as well. I can have all sorts of different angles of the internal cam and external cams. You could have a track cam going, which is cool. Doesn't really work too well on Shitoku because it's such a big map and there's so many places where the camera would be, and then but it's blocked by a building or something. Oh jeez. Oh, oh Lord. Oh Jesus. My shoe. So yeah. Performance is better though than earlier with the plugin. Although I do feel like it's really just riding the edge right now. Well, not really. I mean, 70% GPU is fine, or 70-ish percent, in the 70s. But once it starts getting into the 80s and 90s, that's when the stutters can happen. They don't necessarily happen, even if you're at 99%, but it's a hell of a lot more likely to happen. But when I'm in the 60s and 70s, then it's usually like I get, 90 frames a second for 99% of the map. 99.9, 99.8 maybe. But, and when I do get a frame drop, it's not, drastic at all. It's usually not bad enough that I'll even really notice it too much. I might notice it, and then just as fast as it happened, it'll be gone. And then the rest of the, I'll go 20 minutes without another frame drop. And again, they're not as drastic as what's happening, what could, or it has happened with the OBS plugin. And again, this is all in VR. In 2D, I tested it with two windows outside of the main window. So three points of views were up on the screen on OBS and I was recording it, but I was doing a single player track, or not a single player track, but I was playing single player, not multiplayer, and I wasn't streaming, but I was recording, so it's kind of the same amount of resources involved. Yeah, like right there, it's an extended frame drop at 87.1, it looked like, because it lasted for more than 2-3 seconds. Again, my frame drops literally happen and then they're gone. Usually, when they do happen. Like, it'll drop down to 88 or 87 or something for a second. Like, literally a second, maybe two. And then it's gone. And then I'm 90 frames per second for the rest of the game, or until the next one happens, which is again rare as it is, because usually when you exit the game and you can go to Assetto Corsa, the video settings, and then you can see what average frame rate you had in the last session. Usually I'm at around 88 or 89.7, 89.8, 89.9. I've had 90 for the whole thing, but it was a pretty short run. I took like a less than a 10-minute run, and then I quit the game, and it was like at 90 for that whole 10 minutes. And it's usually at 90, like I said, 99% of the time. But right now I'm at 81, which never happens here. Now I'm back up to 90. Granted, there's a lot of cars, but yeah, I don't know if I can do this while streaming on Shitoku anyway. I haven't tried any other tracks or courses with the plugin other than Spa, and I did that, again, it was just a test, and it was fine. I was running it at 180 frames a second, and it might be the cap or something, I don't know, but it didn't move from there. And I only have a 165 hertz monitor, so it's like I was running way more than I needed it. Well, not way more, but you know what I mean. Oh, and look at this dickhead. There you go. You're welcome. People are friggin' buttheads, man. Big Cat. So there's Big Cat, but not Big Cat Jax, who is a friend of mine. Alright. So, I mean, I guess I could do like a full-on, like, a full test. But I'm at 110 on my GPU right now, which is ridiculous. Should be better as soon as I leave. Yep, back to 90, 85%. Yeah, usually this area, you know, the first part of the map is pretty damn smooth, except, you know, maybe if there's just a ton of players or something, but or a ton of cars. Like right there, it's huge frame drop, almost 10 frames I dropped right there, which is very noticeable, and also makes it really hard to drive because your controls and what you're doing and what's happening on screen aren't exactly in perfect sync. A lot of lag happening. So it does seem to happen more when there's a lot of cars around, or more cars than just like 1, 2, or 3. Like right up here, there's a bunch of AI. Let's see if I drop down. Yep, 85, 83. And plus the rain isn't helping, but, you know, again, I usually get 90 in the rain no matter what weather, and no matter what lighting conditions. But it's struggling to maintain it right now. You know, some parts are super fun, like right now, but again, not a lot of cars, not a lot of action, just a couple cars here and there. That guy's probably still writing his weirdo messages. Maybe, do they inform you when you've been hidden or blocked? Probably. This is like fucking weirdo. Like, why are you even... Why waste your energy on all that? I know I'm kind of jumping around subjects right now, but yeah, this guy that was leaving me all those weird, bizarre, cryptic messages, yeah, it just freaks me out, man. Like, why are you so weird? Why are you being weird? You don't even know me. You're just leaving weird rants on my fucking shit. And they're kind of like, I thought they were song lyrics initially, because a couple of the lines rhymed a bit. Maybe he's a poet and these are his poems, but again, I'm not here to be a forum for your psychosis. Or you trying out new material, if that's what it is. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Because I just think you're fucking nuts, is what I think. But, you know, who knows? Broke a little late there. That's one of the turns you should brake a little early for, just in case, because you can never really see around the corner. Don't know what's going to be right there in front of you. Yeah, like crap frame rates right now. 77 I just saw out of the corner of my eye. And sustained, yeah, we're still in the 80s, which is garbage. Alright, 90s now. And then, yeah, all over the place. So, if you were watching the stream earlier, when I turned off that extra point of view, that top-down point of view window, I jumped right back up to 90 frames a second, and for basically the whole game. I mean, it was... I got a few drops to like 89.3 or whatever, but, you know, again, not noticeable. And as soon as it dropped, it was right back up. Now I'm dropping into the 70s and 80s frames per second, and it's sustained at that shit frame rate, like for over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds at a time. Like 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1000, 5, 1,000. Okay, about 5 seconds there. Like, I'm kind of trying to drive funky now, just because, you know, a lot of times when you crash, you get a frame drop. But the crashes aren't doing it. Well, at least the frame rate hasn't dropped. There it is. Yeah, 95 on my GPU. And I turned it off initially because I was in an area where it should be like it is right now, 90 frames a second. And it totally wasn't. You know, it was dropping. Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, big stutter there. Like literally everything froze for a second. Split second, but still. And, you know, that's happened before, but again, we're at 101 GPU. Alright, I'm gonna just finish this lap, hopefully, and then grab something to eat. So, gonna be a short stream, which is fine, because apparently there was only psych ward patients listening and watching my stream and my videos. Hey, maybe that says something about my content. Yeah, dude. 75 here on this. Alright, maybe because of the pit stop right here, but it should, I mean, it's 70 frames a second right now. Oh my god. 72. And again, this is one of the areas where it's like 90 at all times. Like most of the map is like that for me now, but almost like I can think of 2 little areas that my frame rates I can almost rely on. They will drop there, but again, super fast, super quick. It's not an ordeal like right now is. And I'm at 110% on my GPU. Yeah. So that's not good. I'm gonna turn that window back off. Top down. That's the one. We're gonna remove that. And we're back in business. And GPU is dropped to, okay, well, we're at 94 now. 89, 90. It's kind of still kind of high. Oh, but you know what? The weather is changing, so that could be just a server thing, because now I am feeling like it's dropping again. Or at least it's in the lower 80s. Well, high 80s, now 90s. I'm talking about my GPU percentage right now. And here in this tunnel is usually stuttery when it's raining out. It usually clears up for a second and gets stuttery again, and then everything is fine as soon as I'm out of the tunnel. But yeah, there we go, back up to 90. I'm in my 70s again for GPU. Then again, there's not a lot of shit going on right now, other than me driving really fast. Alright, here's some cars. Still in the 70s. Oh god. That understeer when I'm locking brakes just kind of sucks. My front tire's locked up, probably, creating that understeer. Yep, low 70s, mid to low 70s right now, up to the 80s as soon as I said that. Coming up to another tunnel right here. This tunnel usually is fine, even in the rain. Oh, nope, spoke too soon. Usually, I said, so I'm still right. There we go. Oh, no, no. Yeah, I probably would have died right there. Yeah, so, I don't know, I'm kind of getting crappy frame rates again, but it could be the tunnel. And it's not as bad. I mean, I'm not in the 70s anymore, I'm just getting like 85 sometimes. But it is tunnels, again. Tunnels in the rain tend to give me a frame drop here and there, but it's not usually that bad, especially after that first tunnel. The first tunnel is usually the worst. But this, it seems like all the tunnels right now are giving me issues in the rain. So I might need to do a check disc and rerun, relaunch OBS, because I think it might still be using a lot of power for no reason. 95%. Eyes without a face. Oh jeez. Yeah, I mean, I probably won't use that plugin for Shuto. I could probably use it almost anywhere else probably and it'll be fine. So I'll put that to the test a little later. I'll start up a single player race and stream. Or maybe I'll join another server that's not Shitoku and just join a race or something. It's just I don't really know all that much about these cars and what's going on with the racing scene. I know there's a Miata Cup or some shit, or MX Cup, Mazda MX. And I know a lot of people do like random tracks and stuff. I was actually looking into using my laptop as a dedicated server because I don't really use it for much anymore. But I think I'll run into a problem with Steam thinking that there's two people playing the game, because when I launch Content Manager and it's running on both systems, one of the two will shut down and give me a message saying there's somebody logged in playing this game as well. Please wait till they're done, and blah blah blah. So, and the only other person that can use my account doesn't. Like, we're on the family plan, whatever, Steam family share setting, whatever BS, and it works fine. You know, like for most games, if you have a game, you can share it with a family member, and they can download it onto their Steam using their Steam account and try it out. But we both couldn't use it at the same time, and I'm pretty sure I had Assetto Content Manager running on both machines at one point, just because I was testing my laptop and seeing how good it could look on my laptop. And yeah, definitely Steam gave me a message and was like, you've been logged out, or you've been signed out, or your session is ended because somebody else is using your account and playing this game, you know, or something to that effect. That was the gist of it, anyway. So, so yeah, I don't think I'll be able to use a dedicated server unless, you know, I buy another copy of the game, I guess. But I can't buy 2 copies for myself on Steam. Oh, I could use a different username, I guess. I could just sign up for Steam again and use a different username, and then do what I need to do with Content Manager, but I don't know. I don't know if I even should be going through all that trouble just to have a server that me and a couple other friends can enjoy. I'll probably just give my laptop something to do, generally speaking. I mean, it does stuff. I use it for things, but not... I mean, there could literally be days where I don't touch the thing at all, which is fine, but, you know, I spent a lot of money on it, and I want to, you know, get as much use out of it as I can. I mean, it's older now, and it's not nearly, I mean, it's not nearly the same kind of specs as what, you know, my desktop is rocking or anything like that, but at the same time, it's still a fairly powerful computer, a fairly powerful laptop. It's got a, well, it's got a mobile Intel, like, H8760, is that the one? I can't even remember, but it's a, you know, mobile Intel, I think it's 9th gen chip, and then an RTX, or GTX 1070, rather. You know, it's really sounds light now, but back when I got it, it was pretty much the bomb. I mean, it wasn't a 1080, but the 1070 still kicked some butt. A lot of the games that I play now, I can still get them up and running on the laptop as well, but you know, lower some settings and everything. But even VR, I can run VR on that laptop. I've had, when I first got Star Wars Squadrons and Half-Life Alyx and Pavlov and a bunch of other VR games, Sniper Elite VR, I was using, well, maybe not Sniper Elite, but Star Wars Squadrons and Half-Life Alyx for sure. When they came out, I used my laptop and used VR on an Oculus Rift, and it was great. I mean, I had to tinker with it quite a bit to get the graphics and the smoothness down, but once I figured all that out and once it was all working well, yeah, looks great, plays great, whatever. But that game died. Alright, should I unblock this guy now and see if he's got anything more weird to say to me? Or he probably just gave up and moved on to some other poor soul's channel and is harassing them with his psychotic rants. Yeah, I gotta eat something. I'm starving. But we're pretty close to the start finish. So I'll finish off the lap. Might as well, especially since my frames are back up. I mean, you know what? I could probably use that top-down or chase cam window, as long as we're not at Shutoko, you know? Shutoko. As long as we're not here, I'm pretty sure it'll be fine because, you know, again, this is one of the most, if not the most demanding map I have. Especially in multiplayer. In single players, not demanding at all. But in multiplayer, yeah. Wow, I can't believe I just drove straight through 3 cars. I literally drove straight. True story, I thought, and I'm sure a lot of kids did, or a lot of people did, I thought he was saying, "Our hearse in the middle of the street, a hearse." You know that song? In the middle of the street, a hearse. Well, that's what I heard anyway. House. Oh, jeez. I'm getting a little tired too. I didn't really sleep all that well last night. Yeah, I can barely speak. I think if I eat some, I can take a nap, come back, or just pass out. I'm afraid if I pass out, I'll wake up at like midnight or something like that. Because I've done it. Or even later. Or earlier at that point, right? Yeah, I want to say my GPU is generally or in the 70s when playing this game. Oh, fuck. In the 70s as far as performance percentage. Or, yeah, how hard it's working. It's only at 73% right now. And consequently, I have 90 frames per second. Oh, jeez. I mean, I know this game is pretty CPU limited as well, but I also have a really good GPU in here, or CPU, that it was made for gaming for the most part. Now, it's not the fastest X3D chip anymore, but it used to be, and it was for a couple years the fastest and best, most reliable gaming processor, the 5800 X3D. You know, I love this thing. It's definitely made a difference in quite a few games. Wow. Oh, GPU up at 90-ish%. Not good. Oh, jeez. Will I make it? Nope. Not even close. Not even close. Did I break my car? Am I going the wrong way? I think I'm going the wrong way. Am I going the wrong? No, I'm not. No. Alright. I was like, am I on the wrong side of the track? I am on the wrong side of the track. God damn it. Because I passed all this already. Oh, can I leave through there? I can leave through there. It's a little gap. I'm like... There we go. So, you know, if you ever get flipped over a rail, there are some places where you can get back in to the right side of the track. I mean, you know, if that's how you play. A lot of times, if I flip, especially if I flip to the other side of the map, I'm restarting. Even if my car is still good. Unless, you know, I'm cutting traffic with good people and stuff, but if I'm playing by myself, for the most part, yeah, that's an automatic back to the pits. Yeah, if anybody's watching and has any advice for someone who can't get OpenXR to work with Open Composite, yeah, feel free to chime in and say something. But you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna go grab something to eat, and then I'm gonna take a nap. Alright, well, let's take a look at this guy's message, though. Like, Okay, so then the game. So then, is the game safe to play? Is the makers make of can sit and enjoy the fun with lights on, off, sure, be duck, left, right. 500 can take the tower, keep up with not getting taken out. Like, what is that bullshit? Yeah, he's hidden. Screw that guy. Weirdo. Alright. No weirdos, please. See you later, guys.